Lesson 29, Special Cases, Managing Service Invoice. In this chapter, we will discuss about creating service items, entering transactions for service item, and printing invoice. In our previous chapter, basically we have discussed more about the goods. In this chapter, we will discuss about service items as under GST regime, both goods and services are taxable and attract GST. So first of all, in this chapter, we are going to the administration menu, then masters, and then tax category master. At the time of company creation, BASIC creates almost all types of tax categories. So here we are opening the tax category master in modify mode. We are opening services 18% tax category in modify mode. You can see its type as services. Basically, for service item, we specify the type as services, and if the tax category is to be used for goods, then the type would be good. Then you can see IGST, CGST, and SGST rates are specified. So this is the tax category master. Now our next step is to create an item master. So we are going to item add option. We are creating an item for repair charges. So we are giving the name as repair charges, then its unit as NA. That is not applicable as there is no physical maintenance of stock. So unit is also not required. So we are specifying the unit as not applicable. Then specify the tax category of the service item. We are taking the tax category as services 18%. Then specify the SSE code for the item. Here under specify sales account field, we are selecting the specify here option, and then we are selecting the service charge receipts account. We are not specifying our regular sales account. We are taking the service charge receipts account, which if you see in the modify mode is created under the account group income indirect. So it is an income indirect account. And now coming back to our item master, at the right hand side an option, don't maintain stock balances provided, which is set to yes. This is because we have taken the unit as not applicable. So whenever you take the unit as NA, that is not applicable, this option would be set to yes, and if you want, then also you cannot change this option, that is you cannot set it to no. This is because for the unit not applicable, we assume that stock balance would not be maintained. Click Save button to save the item master. Next, we are entering our sales transaction. So we are going to transaction, sales, add option, specify the voucher series, voucher date, voucher number, select the required sale type as we are entering a local transaction. So we are selecting the sale type as LGST 18%, party cash, material center. Then we are selecting the item as repair charges. This is the same item we have just created, and you can see the focus is directly shifted to amount field, and we are specifying the amount for this particular service charges. Then we are specifying the required bill sundries like CGST, SGST as it is our local transaction. So you can see entering invoice for service item is totally similar to entering invoice for goods. You need to specify the required bill sundries like CGST, SGST or IGST. So this is same as entering for goods. Click save button. On clicking the save button, this is asking, do you want to print the invoice? Yes, we want to print the invoice, and then we are printing it in the standard format. You can see in the invoice after item description, quantity, unit and price columns are appearing, but a dash symbol is appearing below them. This means that no data is specified in them, and then is the amount column. At the bottom, you can see CGST, SGST bill sundries are also shown in the invoice. So this is the standard invoice format. Now we are discussing about the skip item quantity unit price option provided under voucher series configuration. So we are going to administration, configuration, voucher series configuration. We are selecting the main series of sales voucher type and clicking the voucher configuration button. Here in the skip item quantity unit price field, we are specifying yes. So basically we are specifying yes in this option and clicking the save button. Next, we are coming back to our transactions menu. We are opening the sales voucher that we have just entered in the modify mode. You can now see the quantity, unit and price columns are disabled because we have specified yes in the skip item quantity, unit price data field. Now, if we want to print this invoice, then we are clicking the print button, sales invoice. We are printing it in the standard format. Here you can see After the description of goods, no column for quantity, unit, or price is appearing. There is a direct column for SSE code and for amount. This is because we have specified yes in the skip item quantity, unit, price data field under voucher series configuration. When that option was set to no, then the columns were appearing with a dash in them. But if you set the option of skip item quantity, unit, price to yes, then the columns would also not appear in the invoice. While printing the invoice and while entering the transaction, the columns would be disabled. So this is the relevance of this particular option. This is all we have to discuss in this chapter. At the end of the chapter, we have provided such an exercise. You can view the exercise on screen and attempt it. Hope after going through this chapter, you would be able to enter service invoice easily in Busy. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.